What's up, guys? So you may have noticed a couple changes. Yeah, I've the Puffcast is it's no more. It was. I really decided I had to not define. Sorry, that's the wrong word. Redefine what I was trying to say. Does that make sense? And for me, at least, it's to redefine what the idea of the Puffcast was supposed to be. Right? I tried many different ways to take it in this direction, but very, very small ways that I didn't think would be noticed too soon. And they just weren't noticed at all because I wasn't thinking largely enough. Because of course change is very hard for me. When it gets too hard for something though, I tend to want to give up on it and then try something else. But I don't plan it out, which is kind of a bummer. Because sometimes you got a great idea, but it's just an idea. It's not a plan. So, yeah, some changes, which I am still excited about. Because, it's also the whole "the" part, the Puffcast. It sounded kind of weird. It sounded good in my head a long time ago. But that's about, I think, all it was. A lot of people refer to to me in general and to my accounts, this podcast, as just Puffcast, right? And that is still what I'm doing because I'm puffing and I'm casting my thoughts, my feelings, how I'm doing. Some days are really dark. We'll go deep. Some days I'm going to get the pasties so bad I could hear it even with headphones. So I can only imagine what it sounded like for you guys. Because I don't like to hear myself in the headphones. It's just too fucked. Because I think it sounds awesome, but then it's just the echo effect. But yeah, so I like the changes. I'm happy in the direction I'm going now. Because it was just supposed to be about my voice, right? And about what I was doing, feeling, and whatever I wanted to talk about. And then I really just made it about, for a good while there, I'm just getting really high, which is fun. I'm fairly high right now, but I'm not in the mood to just go crazy on a podcast, right? I've been smoking this Ghost Strain Haze concentrate from Budzone Canada. It's budzone.ca, by the way. And it's super amazing. Of course, I tried some last night, not really thinking that it was a sativa. And just getting into clarity, right? I worked for hours. It kept me up for a while because I ended up just, even if I don't smoke, I could smoke an indica, and if I get stuck on something, I have to keep going till I finish it, which sucked because it kept me up till about 3 in the morning. And then I had to get up at what was it? Well, no, for 9. That's only 6 hours. It's not bad, I guess, but I don't know. It's my own doing. So, anyways, the whole point was it was great quality stuff. It really kept my head clear. So I was thinking, okay, well, I know it didn't really bloodshot my eyes or anything. And I liked how I felt. I felt confident, creative, just wanting to do something, right? Now, when you have somebody who has ADHD and they want to do something and they want to actually focus on something, because it's hard. It really is hard when you have ADHD. Not to mention the depression and the anxiety, right? Because it's hard to stay on task and on topic, which you guys know because you listen to me. Bounce around different topics. But when I'm working, it's just sometimes I do the same thing. I won't finish one thing before I start the other. And that's kind of my problem. I'm not very well organized. So today I headed to one of my office buildings, like my actual office place. And I brought I brought the dabbage. So I brought along with me my Yokan Evolve Plus, I didn't bring the Nix mod because, like I said last night, that episode, or I guess not even an episode. I guess I don't know. Whatever. Last night when I was talking, I did say I also preferred it at the lower temp, which is the standard top, than coil, right? So yeah, I definitely brought that, and good amounts of, I'd say all, of the Ghost Train Haze shatter. Yeah, I wish I had a scale on me and one that was sensitive enough, because they're very small dab, very very small dab. But it just seemed like, okay, you know what? I think this would do something. I smoked it, or vaped it, sorry. It's by myself. Wanted to make sure I was good. Checked my eyes. No bloodshot. Very little, very very little. So, and no real glossiness because it wasn't a big dose, right? I'm actually even nervous just talking about it because I feel so guilty and almost ashamed that I was high at work. But at the end of work, I felt accomplished. I didn't, I don't know. I still need to do more. I have a lot more to do. But the things that I do, I had to go and cover for somebody. And, if I wanted to, I could just do a super quick in and out to do what they would do and kind of get away with it. I didn't want to do that. I went full bore. I did the full, complete plan, from beginning to end, of what they would do, and then some, right? And I felt accomplished. I was pleased by the end of it, because I was setting this standard. Even though the person who I was covering for, I think they maintain pretty quality standards of their division and area. But, nobody's perfect. No, I'm not perfect. But, still, I'm the boss. So, if I want everybody else to maintain that standard, I gotta maintain that standard. I gotta set the example, right? But you know what? I was super thrilled. I took about 3 dabs today, and I mean, they wouldn't even weigh in at a 0.1. I guarantee you, they're probably not even a 0.05. So maybe a 0.05. If I had to guess, it would be a 0.05. Right? So it'd be a 1 point. Okay, be 0.15, I guess. It's not that much. It's not that much, is it? Right? Think about it. It's not that much. But it made me feel good. I didn't feel high or goofy or funny or silly. I felt just clear-headed. I felt good. It was amazing. And on my way home, I was listening to some country music, of all things. The Bean, of course, has been listening to country because of his girlfriend's getting him into it. So he was showing me videos last Thursday and a few times before, probably about 3. Video from Kane Brown. This young black guy, African American gentleman. Is that okay to say, young black guy? I don't know. Young African American man. Crazy voice, crazy country feel, but the music and the way he sang, I really got into it. I downloaded all the freaking guy's music on Google Play, and I spent 3.5 hours listening to his music while I worked, because every place that I was going into, basically, nobody around. It's a weekend. Perfect time for me to do what I needed to do. So it's kind of neat. But yeah, I got really into the country with that. And I was driving home at the end. And it was kind of funny because I heard the one song. I think it is What Ifs. by Kane Brown. Check it out, definitely check it out. You won't be disappointed if you like country. Even if you don't like country, check it out. And I was like, by this point, I'm learning some of the words of the song. Right, I've heard it so many times. I'm kind of singing along because I like the song. It makes me happy. I've been noticing I was smiling a lot today. I was catching myself smiling a lot today, which is something I never do. Like, it's not saying I don't smile, but I really don't think I do, actually. Very rare. So when I was catching myself smiling, I knew I was doing it a lot, and that was a bad thing at all. It was awesome. I loved it. I'm driving home and I hear the song. I'm singing along to it, and then I caught myself smiling again. I'm thinking, okay, like, why the hell am I smiling so much? Like, just because I guess I am. Because usually, if you're silly high, you get smiley and giggly. Okay, maybe that's part of it. But then I was thinking, no, it's because I'm happy. And then I started to cry in the car as I'm driving. Not like hysterically, but I got upset. Not in a bad way, though. But I had forgotten what it feels like to be happy. Just in the moment, happy and not feeling stressed, like 100%, like nothing, like just like you can do your job, like you can do life, you can stand up to life, you can do everything you need to, And it was just a wonderful moment, but also a sad moment, because then you realize that it had been such a long time, and from all the times that I thought that I was happy, I probably was happy, but happy and stress-free happy? I think there are two separate things, I think. But, yeah, it was crazy. So, talked to the wife, filled her in. I said, I think I'm going to start, maybe, dabbing. Possibly. During the weekdays, possibly, if I need it. I don't know. Like, it's a very small amount, but it just makes me feel so much better and not freaking out. Actually, if I do it in smaller doses and just spread it out throughout my day, I find I get about an hour and a half, max 2 hours out of the little dab. So I think that's pretty decent. But once like the 2 hour mark hit, then I really feel a drop, and I feel things kind of coming back on. Just the pressure and not feeling as great, The stress, all the crap, life's funny moments, shit. Those things. Obviously, this dab is starting to come down, because I felt kind of a negative moment when I said that. So I do apologize. I'm not trying to be negative at all, but I think the dab, because this is what I find, guys. When you take your dab, you get a little bit right away, and then you start to feel, at least with me personally, okay, you like a flutter, like usually nothing, and then you feel like dramatically, okay, you start to feel it, very noticeable. Then very short time, you peak, and you stay at that peak for quite a while, I find. Okay, or you hit the peak and then you keep, climbing up, which again depends on the strength. But now the point of this was, I don't really know, because apparently I am still high. I'm just not really high, but I am happy. Apparently I'm also tired, which makes sense. But, I just felt it was time for changes, and I'm happy with, like I said, I'm happy with the direction that I'm going to now kind of take this, which is kind of identifying and clearly painting the picture that, you know what, I'm a guy with depression. Then, you throw in that ADHD. Sorry. Squirt. Then, I sit there and smoke. I can say some random shit. But I also like the fact that I can talk about how I'm feeling. Right? And open up about, when I'm thinking suicidal stuff. Because it's scary for me. So, knowing that somebody's listening means something to me. Because that's one thing I don't do. I don't, when I'm in that moment, in that day, when I'm feeling something overwhelming, harsh, and those thoughts come in, I don't share that with my wife. Or anybody. But you guys. And of course, there's a few very select people in the world who specifically know me personally because, I'm pretty awesome. And they do occasionally, from time to time, possibly every now and then, or quite often, you never know, listen to the Puffcast and have for a while. So they're going to get a bit of a surprise when they hear these things. But considering they haven't said anything yet, I'm guessing they haven't gotten to any of the really good ones. Or they're just not listening at all. You never know. So, I don't know what I was trying to say, but you know what? Now I'm sad. I'm just kidding. I'm just high. But, as always, and of course, you're probably waiting. I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for the Puff Time thing. I think Puff Time's gonna phase out, guys. I think it's gonna phase out. I don't know. I don't want it to, but I don't know. I think I gotta make it funnier or something because it's just not upbeat enough. And the old one on the phone was good, but I just, we'll see. We'll think about it. But I am not puffing anymore. That's also another reason why I'm not even talking about puffing more. I haven't yet. Because I need to start coming down. Because like I said, this is a sativa. And eventually, I'm going to need to go to bed. Because I have to get up with the kids in the morning. Get them ready to school. For school, not to school. And to school, actually. Because they have school projects. Big frickin' ones. So I'm going to have to, drive them. And of course, then they volunteered me to pick up their friends along the way. Awesome. Does that make me like a soccer mom? Kind of. Now, nobody's in soccer. I get that. And I don't have a minivan. But, you know where I'm going with this. Right? Am I a carpool dad? I don't know. They all usually walk. But, I don't know. It's new territory. It really is. It's new territory. Very new. And, one day, I would love to be able to open up more about specific details of my family life, but maybe my family situation, which I like to say it's like like Jerry Springer. It should be like a Jerry Springer show. Honestly, well, maybe not. They're pretty fucked. But maybe like Maury. Yeah, Maury. I could be on Maury. Totally. That'd be awesome, actually. Now I'm wondering, is Maury still on? A little bit of Maury Povich. Reminds me of Ricky Lake. Is she hot anymore? Some people would say she probably never was, but I think she was. A few times in life. Anyways, I'm kind of getting really weird here and off topic. And it's like a very delayed high. It's kind of different. But I'm digging this music. I like it. I like it a lot. But that's going to be it for this episode. I keep saying episode, but is it? That's going to be the hard one to break. That's going to be the hard one to break. But you know what? I do hope you guys I don't know. I do love the fact that I'm high right now because I can end the show happy. Whereas if I don't smoke when I come into the show, and I keep saying show, oh my gosh, it's not a show. It's just, honestly, there's not going to be set days anymore. And I think that's the thing. This is how I'm going to end it legitimately. Because it's not a show. I'm going to tweet whenever I feel like tweeting, but I'm going to try to tweet more about how I'm feeling and about things that people should be talking about, like, depression, mental health. And when I feel like podcasting how I'm feeling, good, bad, high, not so high, or not high at all, then I'm going to podcast. So maybe there's going to be a couple a day. It could be. I'm not going to carry my headset with me. But maybe I'll find some headphones with a little mic on them, earbuds. That way, even at work, I can just record some episodes right to the phone. That would be pretty cool, honestly. And I think that'd be helpful, honestly, for me to have more opportunity to, like, when I'm feeling like it's overwhelming and it's just coming down on me and I want to scream, but I can't open my mouth and I can't say anything to anybody. I know I can say whatever I have to on here. And it's okay, right? No matter what I say, it's okay. As long as, I'm being respectful. Some people would say, fuck it, it's the internet, you do whatever you want. No, not so much. So, now I'm getting off topic because I am still high. But, yeah. So, this is going to be up tomorrow because I said I'm going to post on Mondays. So, this will explain it. This will pop up on Monday, and then it'll just be, whenever. All the time, whenever. I guarantee you it's going to be more often. Because it doesn't have to be when I'm high. And that's, I think, what really limited me before is I felt I had to be high to do the show. Now it's not a show. It's almost like a diary. I'm okay with it, though. Like, it's a journal. My podcast journal. Well, kind of makes sense. Puffcast my moment. So, I like it. Hopefully you guys like it. ADHD, depression, and weed. And then you'll get whatever the fuck I put out. Which will be, hopefully more good things. But expect some bad things too. And for those of you who have been there for me as long as they have, and continue to be, and for all of those who are future ones to come, I thank you. Catch you next time. Until then, check out Spreaker.com. Subscribe, like, follow. I would appreciate it. And you can find me on Twitter. Yeah. It's weird now. I gotta change my email too? Fuck.